What is up, PPL fans? Herdier, coach of the Bayern Munich, and welcome to my Week 8 team builder for the Pokemon Premier League. Now, this week we're going up against Evelyn and the Herdier Bremen, but before we get into that, I want to apologize for Week 7 probably not being up by this point. It might be, I hope I can, but I didn't record it yet. Reason for that is, first up, me and Sly battled on Friday, which is when I usually battle, so that's why my battles are late, but I don't have much time over the week. Unfortunately, that's why I battle on Fridays, where I have where I get off the thingy, the kind of school thingy, which isn't really school, an hour earlier, so I have more time, and I'm not as exhausted. But yeah, then I was very busy on the weekend. I tried to record it on I think Saturday, but then my laptop completely shut itself while I was recording, and then the recording died. It didn't work out basically. And that's unfortunate. and I was on a trip from Monday to Wednesday. Came back Wednesday, well, not evening, but somewhere around that. So I couldn't record that. Then I just wasn't home, so I obviously couldn't record. And then I was exhausted the next 2 days because that trip was fucking exhausting as all fuck. So yeah, apologies for that, but I'm gonna get that up eventually. But I just couldn't. But I'm not gonna spoil you the result. The result is gonna be spoiled in the battle video anyway. So we lost. I'm not gonna say by how much, but we lost. It was a very, very good game on Sly's part. I played terribly, but Sly played and prepped very well. So yeah, there's that. Now you have the result, so you don't have to watch the match, but you should, because there were some cool things going on. And some really sad things. And some hacks and some... Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Anyway, this week's match, we're going against Evelyn and the Herdier Bremen. As I said, her links will be on the description below. Make sure to check her out on YouTube and Twitter. She produces fantastically stupid content, and I love it. Shit posts. I love shit posts. Shit posts are the best posts on both Twitter and YouTube. She also has guest commentators over for every PPL week, and I'm going to be there as well soon. I think week 9 or 10 or something is when I'm going to be there. Post commentating and guest commentating, I guess, her match, and doing a team builder as well, or team analysis, not the builder. She's going to build herself, and I'm going to do the talking. So yeah, make sure to check her out. She's pretty damn cool. She's another German-based team. Based on Werder Bremen, based on Bayern München, or Munich, I guess. Two teams that were formerly pretty big rivals. Now Bremen kind of just went to shit in real life, and no one cares about them. Anyway, her draft, she's currently 0-7, which would tell you that she's not doing well. She's not doing well, but you would think that, it's something you can just be like, I want to win, it's not a big problem. But no, her team is scary. She knows what she's doing. I played her once, and she has the ever-living crap out of me, and never felt like playing Pokemon again ever since. It still hurts, to be honest. So yeah, her draft is scary. It has some really big threats to my team, and it consists of Darmanitan, Roserade, Zapdos, Feraligatr, Druddigon, Snorlax, her newest Mon, Donphan, Liepard, Mushana, and the secret weapon Oddish. Don't question Oddish being there. It's there. You're gonna have to deal with it. So yeah, I didn't prep for Oddish because it's an Oddish. I prep for every Mon, but not for an Oddish because it doesn't threaten my team in any way, shape, or form. So, biggest threat is probably Snorlax, because I don't have a fighting type, and Snorlax, especially Curselax without a fighting type, can be very, very spooky. But Curselax, if it's Curselax, it's Rest, Talk, Curse, and then a attacking move, which basically means it cannot touch it can touch at least 1 or 2 mons on my team. If it packs normal stab only, it can't touch Registeel, it can't touch Golurk at all. Golurk can hit it with things like Dynamic Punch and stuff like that. So that's something. If it packs Crunch only, then it still can't do much to Registeel. Skuntank takes it reasonably well. And basically everything on my team that's like Golurk or Delphox. Excuse me. So yeah, I can play around it. I have things that can beat it, but Snorlax is a massive, massive problem to my team that I'm gonna have to look out for and play around well, because it can do a lot of work to my team because my team is very specially based and Snorlax really doesn't care about special attackers. Other threats to Mantan, it's not as big of a threat to my team as to others because I do have a switch in and Manaphy. I also have my Mega Registeel, which can check it. I have Salamence, which can check it very, very effectively, both of them. So it's not a massive issue, but it's a threat because it's the Manatan. It hits fucking hard. Roserade is also a massive problem because it hits super duper hard. But I do have answers for it, but it can still be problematic. But its speed here is it's below 100, and everything that's below 100 base speed for my team isn't quite as threatening because that's the basic benchmark, because there are 3 base 100 mons, a Delphox, and a Mega Registeel. So, Zapdos and Roserade are her 2 only answers to Manaphy, which is very, very important to note, because Manaphy otherwise basically beats literally everything that's not Roserade or Zapdos 1v1. And that's pretty fucking dope. The Mantan just gets beaten. Feraligatr can get burned and can't do a terrible amount to me. I could also pick Energy Ball, of course. Druddigon can do a decent chunk to me if it's offensive, but I can burn it, I can Ice Beam it, that kind of thing, and I would speed it no matter what unless she gets Trick Room up. Snorlax, I can beat if I get up to +6. I actually need +6 to beat a fully special defensive Snorlax. If it's not a rest talk variant or a rest variant in general, I can just burn it and then be pretty fine with it. Donphan just gets beaten. Liepard does not enjoy taking any hit ever, except for slightly moves, obviously. And I can beat Musharna 1v1 because Tailglow is faster than Calm Mind. So basically, Manaphy beats her team. Snorlax is a problem. Zapdos and Roserade are things to look out for, and general her obsession with setup sweepers is definitely a problem that I have to look out for and I have to prep for. So after that, this is already way too long. Holy shit. I haven't even talked about team yet. So the first one I will bring is obviously going to be our captain, Tiny Bloody Manaphy, with the leftovers Hydration. Moves to Rock and are Tailglow, Scald, Rain Dance, and Rest. 164 HP, 236 defense, Bolt Nature, 20 in special attack, 4 in special defense, and 84 in speed. Jesus Christ, what a set. What a spread, especially. The speed is enough for something I forgot. Adamant Gator, there it is. This is enough to speed an Adamant max speed for Alligator by 1 point, which is nice. It also guarantees that she's not going to speed creep no speed Manaphy because I have a lot of speed investment. Yeah, a lot of speed investment. 20 special attack EVs allow me to 2-hit KO a max specially defensive Snorlax after Stealth Rocks at +6. Yeah, it's that precise. But with Rain, I don't even need that special attack investment, but it's still nice to have because in the Rain I 2-hit KO it regardless at +6. And basically this thing beats. It's my answer to Mantan. I have one of the best switches in the league to the Mantan, which is nice. It also beats Feraligatr, Druddigon, Snorlax, Donphan, Liepard, and Musharna 1v1. Although once again, I don't particularly care for it being there. I mean, it had super effective stat for both Manaphy and Shaman, but so does Roserade. Yeah. And as soon as Roserade or Zapdos are gone, the thing just wins, and Zapdos still doesn't appreciate Rain Boosted Scalds, so it doesn't switch in particularly well. The only big problem is Roserade. I'm gonna have to get rid of the thing, but I do have ways of dealing with it and weakening it and getting rid of it. So, Manaphy is a massive win condition this week. It's going to be very, very important to keep that thing around and keep it healthy. I wanted a Tailglow 3 attacks one at first, but I need the defensive one to deal with Darm and Gator. I also need to recovery of Rain Knight's Rest. So that's that. Moving on, we're bringing for the first time our new transfer that we picked up between week 6 and week 7. And that is Cassandra the Salamence. Yep, I don't think I went over that before, but I picked up Salamence and I traded Kyurem away to Slyro. Slyro picked up Salamence for Talent's Eye against Jack, or from Jack. And then I was like, hey, does anyone want Kyurem by any chance? And Sly has a fucking massive fetish for Kyurem. So he was like, hey, you want to trade Dragon for Dragon? I was like, bruh. I looked at matchups. Kyurem was good. Salamence is better. Basically. And the main reason is I didn't want Kyurem. Kyurem isn't a necessity for my remaining matchups. and Salamence is 3 mil more worth than Keyno. Which means I can drop Salamence in the last transfer window, which is going to be after this week, and get something much better from the remaining matchups. Or I can drop it in combination with something else, and so on and so forth. You get my point. Salamence just gives me more money. And the set that we're rocking is Choice Scarf Moxie. And looking at Evelyn's team, she has no Dragon Resist whatsoever, which first led me to run a sub DD variant, but later on I realized that Scarf is much better, just because I can clean up her team late game very effectively. I would speed her entire team except for a Scarf Zapdos, which speed her is at best. So yeah, the thing is basically my late game cleaner. It's a very good check to things like the Manaphy and Rose Rate and basically everything else. DD Gator as well, as soon as I get a bit of damage off on that thing, I can just kill it with Outrage, and that should be fine. Moves that we're rocking are Outrage, Dragon Claw, Wish, and Defog. Max attack, max speed, Jolly with 4 HP. I want max speed because I want to have a potential speed tie with Zapdos, because I don't want to, if it really comes down to it, I want that speed tie. Sometimes I don't, this time I really want it. And yeah, as I said, she doesn't have any Dragon Resistances. Excuse me, so I didn't want, as I didn't need any coverage. Wish could be nice late game or mid game or whatever. If something important gets weakened, I can wish it up with Salamence. And you know, get something back to decent health, because even without investment, Salamence has really good HP. And Defog is just there if I really want to get rid of rocks. Excuse me. I can get rid of them with Scarf Bands. Basically, I'm not going to click any of those two. I'm just going to click Outrage and Dragon Claw and kill things. So basically, Salamence is there to clean up late game and hopefully win me the game that way, and revenge kill things, keep things in check. So, speaking of keeping things in check, next up we're bringing our current MVP still, Shaman Evergreen, with the Yachi Berry Natural Cure and moves Seed Flare, Psychic, Healing Wish, and Aromatherapy. 172 HP, 116 special attack, and 220 in speed with a timid nature. That's enough to outspeed a timid Rose Rate. Nope, timid Diamantine, Jolly Diamantine, that's the one. Yeah, by 1 point, because if it really comes down to it, I want to have the ability to outspeed Diamantine if it's not Scarfed. Which I think it's gonna be Scarfed, but just in case, I feel like it was worth it. Special attack investment is enough to, if I would remember, that would be great. I think it's enough to 1 KO Gator, no matter what. I think that's what it was. To 1 KO the Gator set I'm expecting, which has a good amount of HP investment. If she brings like an Agility Gator, that could be a big problem. And that's what I was calculating for, because with enough speed to outspeed Mega Aerodactyl at +2, something like that. And I can just 1 KO with Seed Flare. That's one of the 4 moves rocking. The other 3 are Psychic, Healing Wish, and Aromatherapy. I feel like Aromatherapy could be really nice because she has Life Art that can spam T-Wave, she has Moshano, can spam Status, and just a couple other things. Zapdos can of course carry T-Wave. Willow is Diamantine, I guess, that's a thing, right? Gator could have not Sheer Force and Scald, that's totally a thing. Snorlax can obviously spam Body Slam. And yeah, Aromatherapy would just be nice if one of my Sub-Swoopers gets paralyzed or whatever. And this is also my main check to Gator, with the Yachi Berry. I'm guaranteed to live a +2, and I think even a +3 Adamant Life Orb Sheer Force Ice Punch from Gator, which is pretty nice. And yeah, everything can put in work. She has answers to an offensive one, but not anything that's super amazing. Basically, Shaman puts in massive work against it, and that's pretty damn nice. Next up, we have one of my other big win conditions, that is Costa the Aerodactyl, which is actually not have a nickname. That's unfortunate. Well, it's Costa. You can't see that because I'm not gonna put the Shoutout thing on the screen. I'm gonna have my standard.gfx, but hey. And we're rocking, of course, Aerodactyl Light, Precious Regular Ability, which turns on Tough Claws, and Home Claws, Roost, Stone Edge, and Aqua Tail. 44 in HP, max attack, and 212 in speed with Jolly Nature. This is enough to outspeed a +1 Jolly max speed for Alligator at +1. Did I say +1? I think I said it twice. So that's nice. Yeah, I really wanted that to be the case, because just in case I can outspeed that thing, I can live an Aqua Jet, I think. I'm guaranteed to live 1 if it's not +1. If it is +1, I'm not actually sure. But I felt like it would be nice just in case to outspeed that thing. And basically, she only has one rock resistance, and that is Dawnfan, which doesn't appreciate an Aqua Tail. Home Claws also allows me to set up on things like Snorlax, potentially a lock, choice locked Manaphy, choice locked Roserade into Sludge Bomb, potentially choice locked Zapdos in Heat Wave, something like that. Mushana, I can potentially set up on that, and yeah, so I can force switches and set up a Home Claws basically. And if I set up Home Claws, I can do a lot of damage to things, and that is great. That's basically it. This isn't a late game sweeper, a little hole puncher, and I have to drink something because my throat is hurting like a bitch. Beautiful. Yeah, Registeel is good. I like Registeel. He's a cool guy. Moving on, that's pretty self-explanatory. Moving on, we have Zebo the Skuntank once again coming to things, just not leaving any of my teams. With the Black Sludge and Aftermath, moves that are rocking are Sucker Punch, Haste, Taunt, and Pursuit. Spreader running 124 HP, max special defense with a careful nature, and 132 in speed. That speed, if I remember correctly, is enough to outspeed non-invested Roserade. Which could be nice because I can taunt that thing, prevent it from setting up hazards and stuff like that. And this is basically just there because Evelyn really likes setup. She also really likes baton passing, Calm Minds, and stuff like that with Mushana. Mushana could be a massive problem. If I didn't bring this thing, a Barrier Calm Mind variant could literally 6-0 my team. And I'm really not a fan of that, you know? Getting 6-0 isn't particularly fun. So, yeah. Haze is there to get rid of all potential hazards, setup, taunt to prevent setup from even happening, also preventing from Roserade from doing things like sleep powder. So not rocking safety goggles this week. Sucker Punch for priority. It helps with her decently fast team in comparison to Skuntank. And yeah, that's it. Special offensive allows me to switch into Roserade fairly effectively. If she has HP ground, which I'm very much expecting because my only two switch-ins are Skuntank and Registeel, both weak to ground. That could be a problem, but I can still get a Sucker Punch off, and that could be nice. Pursuit is to trap the Roserade and trap the Mushana to get chip damage off. Holy shit, I'm almost burping, but not quite. Yeah, Skuntank once again is just very nice to have. I love this mon. It has only gotten 1 kill so far, and I think people kind of overlook how much it actually has done for me. But yeah, I love the thing. I absolutely adore Skuntank so far, and I really like it. Speaking of things I adore, the next set I'm very happy and proud of. Happy with and proud of. And that is Registeel, the Registeel with the Custep Berry and Clear Body. Moves they're rocking are Stealth Rock, Toxic, Explosion, and Endure. Max HP, max attack, adamant with 4 in special defense. I love it. It's beautiful. Look at, you have an Explosion and your Custep Berry Registeel. How beautiful is that? This is probably somewhat inspired by Anima, who ran Custep and your Apollon. Not intentionally inspired by her, but it probably was somehow happened through that. Not sure, maybe. But yeah, this thing is really nice because she doesn't have a lot that really wants to take an Explosion. And I can also endure on things like Roserade, which 2-hit KOs me with hidden power, whatever the fuck it wants to run for me. And I can do a massive chunk with Explosion, potentially 1-hit KO it, depending on its spread and the range. Which wouldn't be 1-hit KO, but shh. This also helps me check things like the Manaphy. If it wants to come in on me late game, Manaphy is weakened, I can just go for Endure, get down to my Custep Berry and explode on something. I don't care what it is, I just want to explode on something and get damage off. Also Zapdos, this helps me deal with Zapdos, getting Toxic off, and that would be nice. Same with Mushana, I can Toxic Mushana without fearing the Synchronize, which is very nice. Explosion does like 40% to a defensive one, which is pretty impressive for Registeel. Also pretty sad for an Explosion, but whatever. And basically this is there to get up rocks, get out of a Toxic, and then explode on something's face. As soon as I don't need it anymore, the thing is just gonna explode and basically do massive chip damage to something, which is going to be helpful for Mens to sweep late game. Evelyn is a very offensive player. She doesn't like the defensive route, so that's what I'm going with. I have a fairly bulky offensive team. It's offensive, but it's also really bulky. That's nice. It's good to have. Yeah, Healing Wish Enchantment could come in clutch. as well for Manaphy or Salmons. Basically, game plan is weaken things with combination of Manaphy, Registeel's Explosion, Skuntank, Shaman Arrow, and then have Cassandra Salmons clean up late game and grab a couple kills on her weakened team. So yeah, that's the team for this week. Battle will go up as soon as possible. I'm sorry that I'm so late on all my uploads, but life is a thing. I really don't have as much time as I want to have, and it's really sad. So yeah, tell me what you think of the team. I think it's a really beautiful team. It's probably one of my favorites I've built so far. And also this battle is going to happen on Showdown because Evelyn and I had some slight scheduling issues. As I said, I was away until Wednesday, so I didn't have as much time for team building, which means we couldn't battle earlier, which means it had to be on Friday again. She has to leave early on Friday, has to do real life stuff, and then Saturday is not an option. And yeah, basically we battled late because Janas weren't around, and then we just decided, fuck it, we're just gonna play on Showdown, because otherwise this is not going to happen and we don't want to forfeit. Yeah, she offered to forfeit because, you know, it was more or less her fault. Like, it wasn't her fault, it's just she had to do something. So she was like, hey, I could forfeit because, yeah, thing and stuff. But I said, nope, we're playing on Showdown because I want this battle to happen. And yeah, that's basically that. The match will go up as soon as possible. I'm gonna shut up now because I'm rambling. I haven't recorded in a while. This is something. Thank you for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, leave some nudes. Tell me what you think of the team, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. And hope you enjoyed. That was a weird outro. Goodbye.